I'm gonna take a ride through downtown Trenton right now. It looks like this overpass. This is on King Road and Jefferson, and they just redid the road, and it was closed for the longest time, probably like a good month or so. This intersection right here was closed, so coming down Jefferson was hectic because you'd have to go down to 4th Street, then come back, and just a pain. What I'm going to do now is we're going to go to Elizabeth Park right now, which is right in downtown Trenton. I don't know if I was allowed to make that U-turn, but I just did. But this is Riverview, actually, well, it is Trenton. But the road, this used to be an old steel mill right here. And since then, the former owner, I should say, of the Ambassador Bridge, which is the bridge that connects to Canada, the big blue bridge you always see on TV that's in downtown Detroit. The owner of that, and he used to own the train station too in Detroit before the Fords bought the train station and parts of Corktown. But anyways, his son actually bought this property right here in Riverview, and this is actually part of it's in Riverview, part of it's in Trenton, that old steel mill. And actually, he owns a pay bridge over there in Groseal. He'll drive past that at a different time, but he just scalps people for going price scout, just people for going on that island right there, Groseal. And there is a free bridge, but it's kind of far away. But anyways, without me droning on and on about the owner of that old steel mill, it's Manny Maroon. That's the name of. He's a billionaire in or close to it in the city of Detroit. And there's a nice little park there that I fished there. That's if you go way back there, actually, there's a nice little fishing spot. It's you have to go to the left back there. There's a nice little little trail back there to go fishing, and it's kind of low key. But anyways, we're driving through downtown Trenton right now, and going back to Manny Maroon. He ended up tearing down all those the abandoned steel mill right there, and I don't know what he's doing with it. I heard that they're gonna put ports in there or something, but we shall see. This is downtown Trenton, and people often refer to it as Old Trenton, and it's a nice downtown area. There's an American Legion. They got a little theater. But one thing that's missing from this downtown that I never quite understood is a nice little nightclub bar type setting. There's not a lot of nightlife down here in old downtown Trenton. But the reason I put emphasis on Riverview back there, where that old steel mill was, is because you have downtown Wyandotte back there, which is, probably the best nightlife in downriver, I'd say, by far. But then you have Trenton, old Trenton right here, which, like I said, there's not much nightlife that goes on down here. Up here you have Churago, which is a restaurant. Then you have Roundhouse across the street, which is barbecue, and both of which are pretty good, honestly. But yeah, as far as like a nice beer place, a place where kids can go and open till 2 a.m. This is not this city has no nightlife whatsoever. The only place in Trenton where you can't go is on 4th Street, which I think there's Bruggen's and a whole place like that. Where they have where they're open till 2 a.m. They serve beer and stuff like that. But that's one thing that this place is missing is a place with good nightlife. But going back to Riverview, because we're right on the Detroit River. The Detroit River, as you can see back there, is right here. So, if Riverview were to live up to its name and actually put a spot on like a boardwalk or something, then I think that would be beneficial, because you'd have all three cities. The cities would just flow right into each other. You wouldn't have that industrial feel over in Riverview, and that's exactly what it is. Is a very the waterfront is all abandoned. Is an abandoned steel mill, McLeod Steel. So we're headed into Elizabeth Park right now, and that was just my thoughts on what I hope they do over there, because Riverview is, the road's all been all messed up for the longest time, and all it is an eyesore basically. But as we are entering Elizabeth Park though now, and you can see the river right there. But I'm gonna go ahead and park right here, and there's the sign right there. But we're gonna do a little walk through here. One of my favorite parks, honestly, because you can definitely walk it. You can walk around it, and it only takes about 25 minutes or so to walk around. But we're gonna get a nice view of the river, and a couple years ago the water was all the way up to over the grass, like on the grass, because there's a little canal or pond or whatever I call it over there. I know I haven't uploaded in a while since the Grand Haven Beach video. I haven't uploaded a YouTube video, but the weather has just turned absolutely beautiful during that bachelor party, which was about a week and a half ago. It was like 90% humidity the one day, and it was reached 90 degrees. And it's not like we were swimming or anything either. It was just too hot for me. It was just miserable and just real humid and sticky. But right now it's just beautiful right now. Being that it's August 18th or whatever. It's August 17th. So yeah, looks like you can go down here. One thing about this park, it is a one-way, so if you do decide to drive through it, it's one way, so pretty self-explanatory. But looks like someone's kayaking or canoeing down there. I remember when I was a kid, I used to come here, and they'd have little pony rides, and I don't know if they still do that or not, because I really don't. I'm not a pony rider anymore, but I do like this park though. It's a good place to come with a family and barbecue. It's a good place to have birthday parties. It's a good place to do a lot of things. I mean, play football, it's right on the river, and we're about to see the river here shortly. But during at some point in the summer, they usually have a street fair or some kind of, I don't know if it's a street fair or if it's fireworks, but they do have like little vendors here, kind of like the Wyandotte Street Fair. There's a bridge that goes to, I believe, the parking. I could be wrong, but you can head over to Jefferson, and then more towards the Van Horn Road sign. I think there's a parking lot over there. But yeah, this guy's on his canoe. We can see him, but and in all honesty, we're not that far from Lake Erie. I know I showed you the one day where the Detroit River and Lake Erie meet up, and yeah, we're not that far from that, and Trenton in general is not that far from the county line. And what's funny about Trenton and this part of Jefferson is once you get out of this area, well, it's really Sibley Road kind of, in a way, but once you go south of here, it turns a lot more rural. You kind of get out of that suburb feel and more into a rural feel. But it's still, as time has moved forward, we're in 2022 now, that a lot of the spots in Trenton, Brownstown, cities south of Wayne County have really grown, in the past 15-20 years or so. Because I remember when I was a kid, I remember spots throughout the whole city that were just all farmland. Brownstown, Trenton, Woodhaven. Now there's a lot more houses, a lot more subdivisions, and even Monroe County, which is the county just south of Wayne County, is starting to develop more rapidly now, for better or worse. And one thing I like about this park also is you can walk it a couple times, and you're not going to waste you're not going to waste a whole day walking it. Like I said, it's only like a half hour or so to walk it. You can jog it, bike it, whatever. It's great for biking. I remember coming here when I was a teenager, an early teenager too. Like when I was probably 13, 14, I used to ride my bike from Lincoln Park to this park, and that used to be really thrilling to me, because there's nothing like there's Council Point in Lincoln Park, but there's nothing like this on the river, and that's this size, and it's not like my parents took me to Elizabeth Park every week, so. So this is bridge number 3, and it's that over there. Let me see. I don't know if you can see the stairs over there, but that was all flooded a couple years ago when the water levels were real high. They never had these bridges numbered before. That's something new. But just an overall good place for a picnic, good place to, like I said before, it's one of Wayne County's, one of Downriver's best parks. If you're ever in the Downriver area and you say, well, it's a nice park to go to, this is number one. I mean Detroit, the city, anything north of there. You have all sorts of nice parks around the water. You have Belle Isle. You have a lot of stuff going on. This is a really nice park. And this is not a state park either. This is actually a county park. So Wayne County is kind of who controls it. And they have a workout gear over here. I don't know if you can see it or not. I'm not gonna zoom in on. There's people at the other ones. I'm not gonna zoom in on that, but yeah, so I think that's pretty cool. Is they have workout stuff. You can come out here and do some do some good balancing exercises and whatnot. And actually, one thing you have to look out for here is the geese. Especially, I don't know what time of year the geese come, the most. But yeah, these signs are new, by the way. Like that 15, like that. Oh, you can't see it because of the glare. But yeah, that sign's new. They never had that before. They never had that color of sign. And not that anyone cares, it's just something I've took notice to. They look nice though. Must be Wayne County's new signs. But this park is actually really good for picture taking. It is we're gonna be seeing the river here momentarily. But like I was saying about the weather though, it's a beautiful day. I mean, it's not hot, it's not cold. This is like the if every day could be like this in Michigan, I'd be happy. It's probably, I'd say about right now it's probably, I'm thinking it's about 80 degrees, maybe 78-ish, maybe somewhere around there. When you get a low of high 50s or low 60s at night, that's what's been lately. That's 80, 60, let's say. That's perfect weather if you ask me. Low humidity. And I'm sure that's the case for many people listening or watching, but yeah, so just a total relief of what we'd been experiencing. I do hope that it heats up a little bit more, and it's supposed to this weekend. It's supposed to go back up to the mid to high 80s, so maybe hit the water, maybe go up north or something this weekend. We shall see. But now that those two towers in the sky right there, that's actually old Detroit Edison, and I believe that they closed permanently recently, within the past year. And I guess they were slowing down for the longest time, which is too bad. My grandpa worked there, and I know it'd been around for a long time, but it unfortunately had to come to an end. But this bridge right here, I don't know if you can see it. We'll get a better view of it here in a moment. That's the Grozeal Bridge, and this is actually the free bridge that I was talking about earlier. The one that Manny Maroon does not own. It's free. He actually runs a bridge. It's not that far if you live on Grozeal. It's really not that far to take the free bridge if you live on that side by the pay bridge. But just the idea, it's so inconvenient. He just price gouges people, just to ride on his bridge. But I feel like there should be a law against for public transportation. But hey, I mean, if he got away with it, I give him credit. As the city or the county, whoever never said anything or never tried to I mean, I always thought that the roads were more public than is the city of Groseal and the city of Riverview could have, uh, could have worked something out to where you can't charge people to ride on your bridge. I mean, but maybe he might work out a deal with the city where he gives a portion in taxes to the city. And I'm sure that. I mean, that might be stating the obvious right there, but if like I said, I give him credit for doing it, but it's such an inconvenience. I mean, it's $5 if you want to go into Groseal from Riverview, whereas this one right here is free. And I'm not saying that people from Groseal can't afford it either, because Groseal's a pretty affluent city, but this is a little, I believe you can rent this little hall that we're looking at. I believe you can rent this out. Look like they built a skate park over here, which is pretty cool. And that was never there when I was a kid. It's relatively new, I believe. But I don't think it's brand new. I think it's been there for maybe 10 years, maybe. So they do have a boat ramp here, it looks like. Oh yeah, so this right here, it says event, what does it say? Event parking, yeah. So they do have events here. You can rent it out. I think it might be like a banquet hall too or something. Or something along those, maybe not banquet hall, I don't know. Just something, a place where you can rent out, yeah, event parking. Yeah, so you can rent out rooms and have like a little events and stuff. And there are a lot of other things over there that I'll show you in a second, but I just wanted to walk down by the river because this is a really nice shot here of the river. But this is a nice little walk right here. And what's pretty cool too, and we'll drive on Groseal one of these days. At night, you can see the skyline of Detroit, which it's really from a distance, but you can see a glimpse of the GM Tower, and just the lights in general from the other buildings. But the GM building is usually the one that sticks out the most. One of these days, also, we'll go over to Belle Isle, and that's a really good view of the skyline of Detroit. That's Groseal right there. And what's funny, there's an old abandoned, I don't know if it's abandoned now. It might have built on since then, but it's an old amusement park called Boblo Island over there, and it's on right on Canada. But I used to hear stories of all the time of people going there and having a good time riding rides and stuff. But as Detroit's population declined, so did they had to close the amusement park as not enough people were going. And being that it's in Canada, within the past 30 years, they've gotten a lot more strict, crossing the border, especially with 9/11, and the Department of Homeland Security. I mean, you see Border Patrol, Homeland Security, you see helicopters, you see boats, of course, but border patrol cars up and down the street. You see the U.S. The border patrol buildings periodically, throughout the area. So you see a lot. It's not, it's not open borders here like it used to be. Because even when I hear stories from my grandpa, oh yeah, we used to just go over to Canada on the boat, and people wouldn't think twice about doing that, but state's a lot different. And normally I'd normally sit down and take a break and kind of listen to the water, but since I'm shooting this video, kind of just kind of a bird's eye view and kind of running, kind of speed walking through the park. I actually don't think those kids are supposed to have scooters on here and doing that, but I don't care personally. But I know at Bishop Park they got a whole list of things that are prohibited at the park. But anyways, that's the park in Wyandotte, which is not that far from here, but it's a lot smaller than this park. Of course, there's a lot more nightlife at that park, so I can see why they have all those rules posted. Over the hill, you can see the sunset, which is nice. That looks like a nice little pavilion right there. Yeah, that's the only thing that's missing from this river walk, really. Like, kind of the case for the whole city, or this whole portion of the Detroit River is, the sun doesn't set on the river. You can see a beautiful sunrise, but you know what? I think we've pretty much seen everything over here. Aside from where it ends right there, I'm gonna go up by this pavilion right here and take a little look. See if there's anyone in here right now. It looks brand new, honestly. It looks nice. Oh, there's a group of people doing yoga. But even these benches right here look new. And I will say, there are a lot of flaws with Wayne County. Particularly the government and the way they're doing business, the way they're doing of business, a lot of corruption and stuff. But they've done a really nice job with this park, keeping it up, maintaining it, and also there's a Detroit International Refuge, and don't get me wrong, they get federal money, I'm sure, and we the taxpayers contribute a lot to it, but this park is very upkept, good upkeep, and I don't know what Wayne County's role in all of it is. I'm sure Trenton has a big part of it, and just the people in general, care about this park, but yeah, but just a nice river walk in general. I'm actually about to hit this porta potty right here. The fishing's really good here too, and I don't know if oh, people got some hammocks right here. That's pretty cool. I don't know what where the designated, if there's designated fishing spots or not, but I remember as a kid coming here though, and they used to have a little concession stand, and I'm about 90% sure that's they closed that, and they may have torn it down. I didn't see it over there, but we were walking along the river at that time. But I'm just gonna check over here, see what they have to offer over here. This might be where people go fishing. I could be wrong. Great place to kayak, great place to canoe, great place to fish. I really didn't emphasize that enough, but it really is a good place to fish and to do everything you want to do in the water aside from swimming. And those who may have a question of whether you can swim, if the water is clean enough to swim or not, and around here, I would say maybe, I don't know. It doesn't get tested, I don't think, in this area. I'm sure as you go out into the river, it'd be somewhat clean, but there is still a lot of the soil is not that good around here, from all the industry over the years, and time does heal, don't get me wrong, but I still wouldn't swim in the large majority of this area. It look like a little island. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool to like throw up a tent on the island or something. It's pretty neat. So looks like we found the good fishing spot here. I see a couple people fishing. I think I can see my car from here. It looked like, yeah, I believe it was actually. So geese are somewhat of a problem here. I wouldn't say it's they're an extreme problem, but they do leave behind a lot of goose poo. That's pretty cool. They have like a little plaque of Elizabeth Park right there. And it does look like they've put a lot of money, the past year or so into this park. And that's actually a road right here. Actually, I'm gonna go up this. I don't think I've been down here before, but okay, so this is the road right on the river. So this is where yeah, so I do remember this spot. There's like little condos and stuff over here. So it says tourist lodge right there. I don't know where they I don't know exactly what they're talking about there, but looks like we're headed right by the entrance right now. Kind of exactly where we started off at. So that was my car that I had seen a second ago. If you live in downtown Trenton, this is a hidden gem. I'd love to live down here, honestly. I've never, like I said, they do fireworks down here. I don't think I've ever been though. I've been to the fireworks, never stayed for the fireworks. Not that other cities around here, not that other cities don't have them, but I heard Trenton does put on a really good show. So it says here that there's a tourist lodge. I'm not so sure there is, and there might be just like a little information center. I don't think that there's gonna be a bar and a golf course or anything, but yeah, but this is nice though. Such great day to be out here, honestly. I remember correctly too. I remember I rode my bike through here. I remember not seeing a tourist lodge. So we'll see what this tourist lodge is. If it's just a little central spot, or if it's actual like a nice building or something. So looking at some of the reviews of this tourist lodge, and it does look like it's just a visitor center. It's the one right off of what I thought it was, right by Van Horn, I mean. It's easy to confuse Van Horn and Van Born because they're both big roads throughout Wayne County. I actually hear a helicopter. Maybe not. Maybe that's a truck or a motorcycle. Sound like one though. Okay, so yeah, so this is is what I thought it was. And even from reading some of the comments on Google, the Google reviews, it said the water levels went down considerably, which is good. They needed to go down. I remember that parking lot over there in front of us. That was all flooded. It was pretty bad. That was a couple years ago. Right here is a pavilion. I guess it's or a gazebo, whatever you want to call it. But this is really nice though. This looks like the information center. Being that it's 7:45 p.m., I'm assuming that they're not open right now. But like I said before, yeah. So it looks like they still got a little bit of a water problem at the front right here, but not nearly as bad. Yeah, so I don't think this visitor center is open. They probably close at, I don't know, I'm assuming 4 p.m. or something. But it looks really nice. I don't know what kind of information they got in here. And but I'm not gonna go in there or even attempt to go up there. Looks like a map right here of the park. It's really cool. And it looks new too. So I'm gonna head back to the car now. I'm gonna cross one of these bridges and then head back. It looks like right here, we're just by this pedestrian bridge. It looks like they've filled in a lot of this too to prevent it from flooding again, or at least help it to not flood again, because like I said, it was pretty bad a couple years ago. Some really nice trails here through here. It was a nice park to bike through, honestly. And well, that's my trip to Elizabeth Park. I come here probably every couple months or so. I'm not a regular goer, but this is the first time I've been here probably all summer. But just a lot to offer at this park overall. So if you like my videos, subscribe and like this video. Don't know where I'm going to be posting next, but we shall see.